Hello everyone, I hope you're well and life is fantastic. Needed to do a little bit of an analysis on the Airbnb founders' recent comments that everybody should lower their prices on the platform. I see lots of people commenting on this online already, but I wanted to frame this as to why he is saying that. A lot of people can't get their head around it and saying, well, F you, I'm a host, why would I do that? Why would he say that? People can't understand why the owner, founder of a platform would ask people to lower their prices because they're commission based. That means they get less money. So it doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but I'm going to explain why it makes perfect sense. And actually, it's a very, very smart move of him. And this is going to be controversial to a lot of hosts. So this is a smart move by Brian here, or whoever is advising Brian, probably not Brian personally, it'll be his shareholders or board of advisors. So what he said was, we want prices to be lowered. Hosts should lower them. We want to be more competitive versus hotels, and we need to get our house in order. As this guy says, you might not know him, he's the founder of Airbnb. Why is he telling everybody to lower prices? Because if everybody lowers their nightly rate, they get less money. And it seems like a really bad business decision, but it's a really smart business decision. Why? Well, he knows that Airbnb is one platform, it's one channel, one OTA versus hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands across the world. And let's just make a nice comparison between Airbnb and Booking.com. When you see the smart pricing on Airbnb, it's not to give hosts a help and help you, it's to get Airbnb making profits. Remember, big companies, big publicly owned companies, don't care about you, don't care about guests, don't care about the host. It's all about shareholder profit. And if we look at it from the mind of a CEO leading a public company whose only purpose in existing is to maximize shareholder profit, then he's going to tell people to lower their prices. Why? Well, it isn't about getting the maximum nightly rate from all the customers. It's about people booking via Airbnb versus any other platform. And if people are charging higher rates on Airbnb versus other platforms, generally the market will go to the cheapest rate over time and average out. But Brian's job here is to get people booking on the Airbnb platform. Much, much better to get double the amount of bookings at 25% less the money than, getting a premium price, getting that 10%, 20% premium that a lot of Airbnbs were getting after the staycation boom, than, just hemorrhaging customers. So it makes absolute perfect sense for him to do it. It may make perfect sense for hosts to do it as well. There has been a staycation boom. There's lots of people charging far too much for their money. We're based in the UK, and personally, I have booked all inclusive 2 weeks to Cape Verde over New Year, really expensive, and it's actually cheaper than a week in some of our properties in the UK that we manage, and hosts get that money, they demand that money, they can command that money because they've got great properties. But to just get accommodation for 1 week in the UK is more expensive than our full flights, transfers, all inclusive, every single bit of drink and food you can eat, 5 stars in Cape Verde, 2 weeks all inclusive. I've booked it. It's cheaper than some of our properties, and they're fully booked anyway, so people are paying it. So one here, first thing is people should lower their prices. Well, that is going to make Airbnb money. Yes, it's at a detriment to you, because if you lower your prices, it's more affordable, more people will book, they make more money. Much better for you guys to be taking a hit against smart pricing. I've always said smart pricing is for stupid people. If you're using Airbnb smart pricing, you're essentially sabotaging your own business. Smart pricing isn't to make you money, it's to make Airbnb more money. More people will go because hosts are stupid enough to use Airbnb smart housing pricing. If you're daft enough to let them reduce your prices to maximize their profit, then so be it. So it makes perfect sense for him to do it. To tell you to put your prices up would be business insanity. Next one, more competitive via hotels. Listen, guys, there was a big peak. Hotels will go to an apartment, it'll be great. Airbnb hosts, so many rules, so many expenses. I think there's a tipping point coming in 2024 where people are just going to get pissed off with Airbnbs, and they'll go back to hotels. And yes, they'll sacrifice a washing machine and a kitchen, but you look at Marriott and some of the other brands, they're diversifying into this. So a kind of hybrid model, big thing for us is apart hotels in 2024. So genuinely think people just getting pissed off with Airbnb, the rules, taking rubbish out, cleaning, putting stuff in dishwashers, getting deposits taken off them, just easier. I'm in a hotel now, just easier all round, and you get treated nicer than a lot of hosts are treating you. And we need to get our house in order. Listen, great company, Airbnb. It's had massive successes. Things escalate out CEO's control. We've done that this year. We've had to scale back, rebuild everything. So again, totally get that from a business owner, leader of a company. Airbnb, don't claim to be, but as businesses grow and scale, again, go through lockdowns and all the changes around that, they need to get their house in order, as do a lot of companies, including mine, and we've just done that. We've had a summer of restructuring. So I totally get that, and again, people can't understand why he would ask hosts to do this. Makes perfect business sense in my eyes. That is my thoughts. Probably pretty controversial for a lot of hosts there. Let me know your thoughts.